Welcome back to Ringer Tailgate, the live edition of the show. It is the CFP Semifinals, and we are in the building right now. We're reacting in real time to what's happening. Van Lathan, are you ready to raise the roof? That's what it looks like. Oh
yeah. Yeah. All right. There you go.
Wow, what's happening right now to Oregon? I think we kind of told you guys. Welcome back, guys. We're having fun. Joel's already here.
Yeah, what's going on, Joel? How you doing, man?
I'm good. We're on 38 minutes earlier than I thought we were going to be. So I'm not quite as ready as I would like to be. But hey, man, anything for y'all.
Well, let's shout out our.
I'll come out to LA. I won't go to Miami. I'll come out to LA for y'all. Whatever y'all need. You know what I'm saying?
Philly Gilson, 23 minutes in.
No. It said 10:45 on the YouTube link.
The what link?
The YouTube link.
Okay.
You can't possibly think that's how you say YouTube.
Thank you.
This is just a bit now at this point.
No, I've not talked to a lot of people. I've not talked to a lot of people in the last 2 to 3 hours.
What did you say?
I've not talked to a lot of people in the last 2 to 3 hours.
But you can't blame that for all the mispronunciation.
But you did that on purpose. That one was on purpose. No,
I did not. First of all, it wasn't wrong. I mean, you can't say YouTube. You can't say it like that.
That's not
you don't have to litigate every pronunciation.
Why do you have a lava lamp?
Oh, you do back. Oh,
that's been here forever.
Oh, well, actually, I know where that came from.
Actually, you know what?
That was from 227.
227, yeah. You have 2 lava lamps.
That's what you guys used to have in the back.
So there's a story. Here's a story.
The lamp was a gift, Todd.
Let's go.
So my mom got me this lava lamp because my other lava lamp wasn't acting right. You know why I bought that lava lamp? Because I used to subscribe to Maxim magazine back in the day. Okay.
Subscribe.
Wow. Yeah, I subscribe.
So you get a new Maxim every month.
I subscribed to everything. I did Ebony
for the articles.
Men. Yeah, Ebony for Men. They had Code magazine. I did Playboy. I did Sports Illustrated, ESPN. Nah, that's a little too far. That was
FHM was too far. King magazine.
I did get King. Yep. King. I subscribed to like about 15 magazines at one time, and I would just have them all spread out on my coffee table. But I think this was in Maxim magazine, or maybe it was in Code. Anyway, they were saying that one thing you do when you have a lady over. Code was a black thing. It was kind of like a black GQ. You know what I'm saying? And it was really good. Great magazine. Anyway, so it went defunct in like 3 years, but whatever. But so what they said is like, when you have a young lady over there, like, you got to do some things to have your house nice, and I was in that age where you're just trying to, find yourself, come up with your vibe. And so they said one thing you do, like, have things that are interesting in your house. And a lava lamp was one of the suggestions. So I've had that lava lamp since the year 2000 or 2001.
What year were the magazines from?
What year? Oh, yeah.
Like the 70s or something?
No,
classic editions?
Because that's what I'm saying. Because most people would be like, oh, I haven't seen a lava lamp. But it's something to talk about. It's just something to, ease people in.
And your mom bought you that?
Them in.
No, my mom bought this
227.
The old lava lamp is something I bought. I ordered with my own money.
You bought the
I bought it in college. I had money in college. I went and got me one
to seduce hoes.
Yeah.
And your mom bought you the new one for what purpose?
Well, because my kids were fascinated with it, and the other one was not working right. And let's
get the show started, man.
They're calling you Two Lamp Joel in the chat, so it's a good start to the night.
I don't want it. I can't get rid of this old lava lamp, man. It's too important to me.
Well, we started the show with a mispronunciation from Joel. Joel has a hat on, so this is guaranteed to be a great show. That's all I can say. We're moving in the right direction. We do have, and he's taking the hat off. We have a lot going on right now. Oregon, Indiana up 42-15. If you're watching that game, we're in the third quarter, late in the third quarter. Oregon has the football, basically over in this one. Let's just get into the show. One big reaction, Van, I'll go to you first. Obviously, Miami Ole Miss is probably the game that the reaction will come from, but maybe it's from this game. What have we learned so far?
What we've learned so far is that Indiana is as complete a college football team as we've seen in a long time. I will say right now that it seems like maybe they're falling victim to a little bit of the we're gonna win this game doldrums. I mean, that was a clear pass interference. But Indiana is just as complete a college football team as we've seen. A lot of the reactions, we're going to talk a lot about the Ole Miss and Miami game. It was an instant classic of a college football playoff game to me. This game right here, though, is unless Oregon can do something miraculous here, this game is starting to be about Indiana's. We talked about this. Indiana's place in history. Where if this game ends in this type of one-sided walloping, then you're going to have to start asking yourself how dominant this Indiana team actually is, at least in their playoff run.
Joel, your thoughts on that? You still fixing your water? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm fine. I got the water already.
We got Joel to start early, and everything's been.
I told you that I wasn't ready, man. Anyway, I was going to say that I think that Indiana is possibly one win away from maybe the most impressive college season in recent memory.
3 wins 2 years ago.
Yeah, man. I mean, because it's not that they're the best team, in recent memory. It's not that they're the most dominant team, but what they had to do and the way that they did it is about as impressive a thing as you can see. Their first top 10 game of the year, they blitzed Illinois. They embarrassed Illinois. Nobody thought about Illinois again after Indiana finished with them.
Totally exposed them.
Totally exposed them. Went on the road, beat Oregon, played bad and beat Oregon, beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. Beat Alabama, Alabama was more of a brand than a great team at that point, but it says something in the way that they beat them. They humiliated them. And then they're doing it to Oregon. I mean, assuming it holds up and Oregon doesn't make a comeback. Oregon is doing the James Madison. Like they learned from James Madison. Keep
Good
fighting.
Call.
Keep fighting. You never know what might happen. We can make the score look better at least. So yeah, man, I think that they're one more win away, especially if they win a national championship as a virtual road team, which is what they're going to have to be when they play on Miami's home field. This will be about as impressive a season as any, I think, a college fan has seen at least in my lifetime.
Do you give Miami any shot to beat Indiana? When I say any shot, obviously we know that when two teams line up, anything can happen. But is there a path to victory that you can see for Miami based upon the type of football that Indiana's been playing recently?
Man, I mean, anybody can beat anybody because people can get hurt. That can be,
Miami secondary is already in trouble.
Targeting.
With injuries.
Already, yeah.
You're already down.
Right.
But I feel like there are so many ways that Indiana can win and only a few that Miami can, right? Like they're not going to make too many explosive plays. They need their pass rush to be operating at peak efficiency. They can't allow for those guys to get tired. They can't have Carson Beck make any mistakes, which is it's a stretch. Like if you ask him to do more, the more you open yourselves up to mistakes. So yeah, I mean, anything can happen in a game where you hit people, but I tend to think that again, and I said this the last episode, if Indiana had on a different helmet and we didn't know that it was Indiana, like we just called them something else or just a team, we'd be like, oh, this team is clearly the favorite. They're going to walk in the championship game. But because it's Indiana, I still think we're all a little bit, who knows?
Not now. Not now. Now it's just about the football. I'm sure there's some people out there, but if you're still like, this is Indiana, they can't be doing this at this point, then you're just a fucking moron, because they're going out there and the brands that they're stacking up. Oregon's football brand is pretty solid. Everybody loves Dan Lanning, even though he gets reamed in the playoffs. It seems like it's an annual occurrence now. So, I mean, for me, if you're still holding on to the Indiana can't possibly be doing this thing, then you're not really analyzing and taking in the sport as it exists in this present moment. What I'm looking at right now is, Miami's pass rush against Ole Miss was a little bit more muted than it had been in past games. They were able to get some stuff done late, but if in fact they
took Bain out of the game,
if in fact they have that type of performance, and do they get the same thing that they get from Carson Beck? We can say whatever you want about Carson Beck, but he made a lot of plays in critical moments in that game. Can Miami beat this team? Can anyone? And right now, it just doesn't look like that's the case.
Yeah, let's talk about that game, and we'll get back to the reactions in real time. But first fact for you guys, Hurricanes are the first team to play a national championship game in its home stadium since the BCS CFP era began back in 1998. They're also the first double-digit seed to make the CFP national championship game. Obviously a very doubted team, a team that was scrutinized quite a bit. And in this game, they faced ultimate, sort of back against the wall moment there when Chambliss goes down and scores the touchdown and gets the 2-point conversion. I think if you polled America and said, is this game over? They would probably have said, yes, this feels like Miami gets a field goal, goes to overtime. Trinidad Chambliss wins this game in OT. But somehow Carson Beck becomes the hero of his own story, and the redemption arc is real at this point, and he ends up running in a touchdown there late in that game with about 18 seconds to play. Did you learn a little bit about Miami, and do you believe more in sort of who they are as a group now that you've seen them backs against the wall have that type of moment, Van?
Yeah, what I learned is that their culture is strong. Them motherfuckers believe. Mm-hmm. They did not go away. Any lesser of a team would have said, you know what? The offense hadn't been explosive. Think about going on a 2-minute drive in that situation and getting the touchdown. Did you think that Miami had that in them? No, but they believe.
So many lead changes late.
Yeah.
Yep.
So many lead changes late. We were at the last night was the it was a Spotify Golden Globes party.
Damn, for real?
So I was.
Yeah, was it Bill's house?
No, it wasn't at Bill's house. It was at it was on the Formosa lot.
Okay,
it was on a lot in West Hollywood, and so we were there. Everybody was there. Everybody was out last night. The Bill Maher was there. John Legend, Shaka Khan performed.
Wow, for real?
Yeah. You know who else was there? The girl from Marty Supreme was there. The girl, what's her name with the glasses? She played Marty Supreme's girlfriend in the movie.
Odessa
got pregnant. Odessa Dizzy.
Yeah, I can't. Joel, maybe Joel should pronounce the last name.
I haven't seen that movie. What is Timothy Chalamet in that movie?
Yeah, he's the lead right there. He's the lead.
He is Marty.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've heard. I know that much.
A lot of people were in the house, right? I saw the singer Mario Let Me Love You, but you know what we were doing?
Oh, that's a banger.
That's what's up.
As a Ringer crew, we were watching the game. Quinta Brunson from Abbott Elementary walks right by, and we know what we were doing. We were looking at the game because the game got so fucking crazy towards the end of the motherfucking game that it was everybody was transfixed. We were on our phones watching the game as a Ringer crew. We held it down last night.
Can you get? I mean, I work at Spotify. Was there an email about this or anything? I didn't even know.
It's a who's who thing, Joel. I wasn't there. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Tate, that is true. You weren't. Why didn't you go?
Damn.
I wasn't. I don't know about it. Nobody told me about it.
Damn.
Whoa.
Oh, man. I mean, Tate, of course you didn't get to go because Bill Simmons, Lathan.
Yeah.
He hoarding all.
I used to be in the inner circle, Joel. I've gotten cut out. It's okay.
Oh man, that's
all right. Tate, hold on for a second.
That's sad.
Is there something that we need to know about? What happened?
No. No, I didn't know about it. You're telling me about it. I'm like, that would have been a great time. I could have talked to all these people.
Give me some more people who were at the. It's like the party where they talk about when Biggie got killed outside the Peterson Automotive Museum. And they'll be like, "Yo, there that night, Aaliyah was there." They were,
like Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, Marlon Wayans was here. Peebo Bryson. All the Winans. All that. And that's the list you ran off on us, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's more
Quinta Brunson walked by us.
She was there. But you know what though? We were watching the game because that's what we do. We were watching the game, and the game got crazy.
Yeah.
And when Carson Beck scored at the end, I had a thought that I haven't thought about any team in a while. Is Miami a team of destiny?
Ooh, I love it.
It
feels right.
One thing is Miami the Miami Hurricanes a team of destiny? I can't think of the last team of destiny that has existed, but are they a team of destiny?
Man, it could have been TCU. It could have been TCU. Well, that's kind of what this reminds me of, actually. A team that kind of
nigga, no, it doesn't.
They kind of
you can't spell TCU without the U.
Championship. They kind of slopped their way to championship. It's like they're a good team, but they weren't a great team, and they played sloppy, got away with it, and then they played a bona fide powerhouse in the championship game and kind of got exposed. And none of this shit that you do with Miami, like you can't afford to have. You can't drop those interceptions. Like, you can't drop 4 interceptions if Mendoza serves on 2. You can't.
Right.
I mean, that penalty when they hit Keywan Lacey that extended the drive for Ole Miss down there. They got the ultimate the go ahead touchdown for them. It was just such a dumb penalty, man. It was like homeboy like leapt off his feet just so he could fire his helmet into old boy's shoulder. It was just this kind of stupid shit. I'm just like, man, y'all are dumb. They were a lot better team than Ole Miss, but they kept fucking up and playing poorly. And I'm like, y'all gonna have to get that out of y'all system, man. And maybe, hopefully, for the sake of the American viewing public, they got it all out of their system so we can have a good game on January 19th. But I don't, I mean, if they do win, they damn sure a team of destiny. But right now, they've looked like TCU 2022 to me.
I did say this to Van before we started the show. I was like, the one thing that worries me about Miami is that they always shoot themselves in the foot, figuratively. And I do feel like there's a situation where Indiana thrives off that. Like if you make mistakes against Indiana, as we've seen against Oregon, right? 3 turnovers in the first half. They score a touchdown on all 3 of the turnovers, and that's the difference in the game. It would be a 14-7 theoretically halftime score if they don't get the ball up 3 times, and instead it's 35-7 at halftime. If Miami does that, they're going to be in big trouble. But I do want to give some credit to Keelan Marion, who that was my one big reaction. I know that everybody after the game was talking about Malachi Toney, which that was an incredible touchdown scamper that he had there with a nice, shush to the rest of the country talking about Miami. But Marion was incredible. I mean, not only did he have the touchdown, but he had just critical catches and critical plays the entire time in this game for the offense. So you thought it was going to be the last game, it was CJ Daniels. Yeah. This game, it was Keelan Marion. Fletcher has had some real nice help with Brown in the backfield with him. So it's like, it's not the usual suspects with Miami, right? There's a lot of different guys that are stepping up for this team, which gives you even more reason to believe in what you're saying, Van, which is a team of destiny.
Yeah, they were able to take CJ Daniels out of the game. And when they needed big plays, they still made them. And they got enough from the running game to be able to be dynamic in what they were calling. Look, it seems as if there's an energy. Cristobal, Christ to ball, whatever you want to call him. He doesn't want to say that the U is back. And we've talked about this before.
He got pissed at SVP about that.
They are not.
At SVP. Don't ask me that question. Don't ask me that question. It's one thing when Miami is winning games, the U is back. It's another thing when Miami is getting recruiting classes, the U is back. But the feeling is what people have been talking about. The feeling that Miami football used to give you. That feeling of culture, sizzle, that feeling of excitement. You have the fraternity of Miami football players that are proud to be on the sidelines of the games again. You seeing Michael Irvin. I got
Andre Johnson, Cam
Andre
Ward.
Johnson, Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis is walking on the sidelines. He's leaving a blood trail behind him.
Wow.
I'm telling you guys right now, the U is actually back.
That's crazy.
They back for
That's
real,
crazy. That's
man.
crazy.
The U is back.
That is crazy. That's some bullshit.
The U
man.
is back.
That's crazy. No, it's not.
I don't think they can ever be back.
Every time the U lost, when Miami was the U, I was surprised. I was like, man, it's hard to, if Miami played poorly, they could still dominate you. And very rarely did you see them play poorly. They were just a well-oiled machine. They had dynamic athletes. They made big plays. They were smothering and everything.
Bitch,
like
they lost in the national championship game.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But I was surprised.
So
I was
it doesn't matter that
else
they won a Lions game. They lost in the national championship game.
But nobody looks at this Miami team and says that is a great team. Like they may be a champion, but they're not a great team. And the U does not lose to SMU, bro. The U does not lose to Louisville. They don't have a quarterback like Carson Beck. The U did. Like that. I'm sorry. Mark Fletcher, very good running back. Let's just think about it. Would you rather? Well, I don't know. I guess would you rather have Ken Dorsey? Or would you rather have Carson Beck?
Carson Beck.
Man,
Van, you're muted.
Van,
they muted you.
Yeah.
Ken Dorsey and Carson Beck, but that's okay. Ken Dorsey was a good college quarterback. He really was. Right? Remember,
Cam Newton would call him a game manager.
Yeah.
Game manager. Remember the other guy that they had, the black guy that they had? Uncle Luke called him the Tom.
Ryan Kelly? Is that right?
Hell no. The guy that came, Ja'Cory Harris. Remember Ja'Cory Harris?
Oh, yeah. From Northwestern.
No, Ja'Cory Harris was hilarious. Yeah, he said that he was going to wear a pink Gucci suit to the Heisman ceremony. That was 5 games into the season. Then he threw 5 interceptions at Carolina.
Man, poor
because he was the man for those 5 games. He was going crazy, and then then he just fell off. And never haven't heard of him since. Anyway,
no, he's a fireman down there.
He's a fireman. I actually know that I actually knew he was a fireman for. Okay, anyway.
What were you gonna say? Oh, so is this some TMZ shit you can't talk about?
No. It's not TMZ shit. It's like somebody told me he was a fireman. Somebody's friends with his girl and all of that stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
Shout out to Ja'Cory Harris.
Shout out to Ja'Cory Harris. The year of the bull.
The U being back, do you feel like the U being back means that they have to be completely dominant like they were in the early 2000s? You do? That's what you feel?
Yeah, I feel like
if that's the case, then they're never coming. No one will ever
back.
be.
Okay,
no one will ever be.
And there's nothing wrong. I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, that's fine.
What Cristobal said.
They'll never be back. Those were one of a kind teams that had 17 people drafted off those teams. Like they were like, I think over like 50 players on that roster made the NFL. That was a powerhouse. We're talking about that among the great teams of all time, and all those teams that got built up along that. They might have lost a game or two, but again, it was a surprise. But the talent was overwhelming. This is not that Miami. This Miami team is going to be an underdog when they play against Indiana. And I'm going to just go ahead and say it, because if I get it wrong, nobody gives a shit. But Indiana going to beat their ass. Okay? Indiana going to beat Miami's ass, man.
I think it's good that you're saying that, because that means we're going to have a better game, you know?
Yeah,
like, we need to get as much of that going out there just so we have a good championship game. Because tonight it felt like everyone's like, it's hard to beat Oregon twice, all this sort of stuff, and I'm like, Indiana looks like the better team, and they've gotten better since the last time they played Oregon. And obviously we're seeing what's happening right now. Still 42-15. Cignetti still not smiling as we're watching this game live. But I'm with you, Joel. I mean, Indiana definitely looks like the better team, but I still feel like Miami. There is a little Cinderella kind of to this team. And we've never seen a 10 seed, by the way, in the national championship game in college basketball. They said they didn't want Cinderellas in college football. Well, they got one with Miami.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're all going to feel that way until, the game doesn't feel that competitive anymore. And I don't know why I'm leaning into this, because this is probably stronger than I really feel. And keep in mind, on the bracket I have online somewhere, I have Oregon in the national championship game. But
me too.
Yeah. But the way that Miami played, it didn't inspire within me the belief that they were a great team. I was like, oh yeah, they've had some good breaks. They're, like Van said, they're very resilient. They overcome, because in that final drive when Trinidad Chambliss was moving down the field, I was like, man, they're having all these penalties. They're losing players. One of their corners ain't gonna be able to play until the second half of the championship game.
That was a bad targeting call.
A bad targeting call. Please change targeting.
They should overturn that, right?
NCAA. Please, it's way too punitive. But I mean, it just, I was like, man, things are really going against them. This is how a team loses, and they rallied from that. Great, but I don't know, man. Indiana, you can't fuck up, man. You got to be on your game. You got to play. You got to have your best day to beat this team. And Miami just does too many things that they don't do enough things well to overcome that, I think.
Yeah. Look, they're up against a buzzsaw. A crimson and cream buzzsaw. You know, Indiana and the Kappas have the same colors. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
The Kappas, I think, were founded in Indiana. Did you know that?
They were.
Did you pledge a different fraternity? Were you into that?
No, I didn't know fraternity, bro. Did you? You didn't, did you?
I didn't either. Why didn't you do it though? Like you said, it seems like you're against it.
No, don't. You're trying to, because look, because I know about your shit, man. I watch Higher Learning.
What you know about motion? What you know about? What you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just know you got beef with the Divine Nine. Don't have
beef with them. I don't.
Don't
have beef with them. What I'm trying to say is, like, I know about him.
Barkley's got beef with him.
Rachel is a Delta. Shout out to Rachel Lindsay.
Yeah, shout out to the
Deltas. Delta. And she doesn't like the fact that I know about it. I was just wondering if you were pledged one of those. You look like you could be like a
don't guess,
brother.
Okay, don't
like
see
Sigma.
I don't want to hear.
What?
That hat makes you look like a Sigma though. That's right. You feel that's a Sigma hat.
Yes, now these hats be worrying about the other guy. What are they doing? That shit.
You do kind of have a little cute at
Tate used to go to the parties and see the cute.
I'm dying.
Like that shit.
I'm dying.
Tate would be like, "Look at those guys. Those guys are cool."
No.
Wait, why you take that voice? You don't even talk like that. Why are you doing
that? Ain't me.
But no, I mean, I didn't pledge because I just, I'm fundamentally a loner. I'm a raised as an only child. So I don't believe in pledging, and I think they would have beat my ass too, to be honest, if I'd pledged.
Yeah, you don't want to pledge. I can tell you that.
Tate, are you in a fraternity?
I was, yeah. You don't want to do that.
Oh, which one?
Kappa Sig.
Kappa Sig. Let's see.
Yo, don't look at that.
Hold on.
Wait,
Kappa,
that's not
wipe that from the record.
Kappa Sigma. That's the fraternity. Kappa social fraternity founded at University of Virginia in 1869.
Not good.
Okay.
You got to really look for the more recent events and see. Oh, discriminatory incidents. Here we go.
Hey, what?
See, that's why I don't tell. I wasn't an active.
Okay, so
I wasn't an active member.
But you were on. You did that. You
are backpedaling so fast. You're D'Angelo Pons tonight, now, bro.
I'm just saying you don't want to play.
In 2009, the chapter hosted a Cowboys and Indians themed party, where according to photographs and social media, some members dressed like fake Native Americans and wore red face, and they posed for photographs.
Which school?
Simulating
at Carolina.
Scalping. No, I don't. No, this is Kappa Sig. This is your people.
But see, like every chapter's different,
Hold on, man. What's the name of the defensive coordinator for the Ravens?
For the Ravens?
Yeah, what's his name?
Are you trying to do like
No, I just need to know.
Pronunciation?
Is it Wink Martindale?
Yeah. Oh, Wink Martindale. Yeah, Wink Martindale.
Okay, man, I forgot. Did y'all know that there was a Wink Martindale, the TV game show host?
Yeah,
no wonder that name
Martindale
always rang off in my head.
Wink Martindale was the host of TV shows back in the day. This other guy, Martindale, is called Wink Martindale because
it's a reference.
It's a reference to that Wink Martindale.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Like that was his nickname because of that, right?
Yeah, well, he was a Kappa Sig.
Shout out.
Shout out. So is Ted Turner, Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, yeah, I knew
Ted
Jimmy
Turner's
Buffett.
in Kappa Sig?
Ted Turner. Sam Donaldson, Ed Murrow.
I think there's a bad one in there. I hope you don't get to it.
Let's see.
Oh, who am I not supposed to be trying to find here? Politics.
Military.
Okay, hold on.
Let's see.
Current office of U.S. Senate, Bob Dole.
I'll tell you guys. This is Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is a Kappa.
Oh no, that's kind of. I mean, that actually kind of. I respect that. I mean, Jerry Jones seemed like a fun motherfucker, man. To be honest,
he was a Kappa Sig at Arkansas. Yeah,
you
like
man.
That type of shit, Joe?
No, I mean, I think Jerry Jones is cool. There's something. I respect the Jerry Jones shit.
Billy's jumping in. Billy's like, why are we not talking about?
You forget about the high school Jerry Jones picture?
I mean, well, I'm a hold 1950s against a teenage white boy. Man, come on, dog. What was I supposed to do? He wasn't there when he was 44, 45. It ain't like he was older than Tiki. No, man. Look, man. Am I supposed to not like every racist? If a person I think is racist?
I like Joe. Okay, let's do it right now.
Ask that question again.
I love this. Everybody,
I'm so glad Joe could dig in his water.
Get back to the game. The Duke is right. Mendoza's still in the game. Everybody go around. Who's your favorite racist? I swear to God. Everybody.
Yeah. Man.
Who's your favorite?
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Is Ric Flair racist?
Yeah.
I thought he had some incidents, man.
Yeah.
Are you thinking Hulk Hogan's a racist, right? Is Ric Flair racist too?
I think Ric Flair had some incidents.
I don't think Ric Flair a racist, man.
He's from North Carolina.
Which helps that he's not a racist. Yeah. That helps.
I think Ric Flair a racist. I think y'all being Ric Flair was in the Ric Flair video with Offset.
He did the Migos. Yeah, he did the
I don't think Ric Flair a racist. I don't think that's right what y'all doing to Ric Flair, man.
Okay, my bad. I feel like there was an incident with him. But anyway, but Jerry Jones, man. And also I covered the Cowboys at an early time in my life. So I spent a lot of time around that franchise. And I kind of understand why it's a thing, And I just, one time I was in Dallas at a Mexican restaurant, man, late, and I'm getting ready to leave. I was last person in there, and Jerry Jones pulls up with a young lady who I assume was his niece. You know what I mean? So I was like, Jerry Jones, man. I was like, damn, bro, he parties hard, man.
Did he look at you and say, I'm a G?
Yeah, basically.
Hey, man.
And Jerry Jones took a knee. Jerry Jones took a knee.
He did take a knee, man. Remember that?
Ric Flair.
Touchdown to Indiana, by the way.
Touchdown Indiana. This bitch over, man. Take him out
take out Mendoza.
Man.
Get him out of here.
I don't know how I didn't know this, but I think Ric Flair might be a racist, man.
I told you.
Former WWE, WCW manager and general manager Teddy Long has stated in multiple interviews, including on the Hannibal TV show, that Ric Flair and others use the N-word referring to him and other black wrestlers. Damn, bro.
Oh man, yeah.
Damn.
I knew. Yeah, I told you, man.
I think that
How
was a good
old is
answer.
he? Because Joel's forgiving.
Yeah, Joel.
Yeah.
Nah,
Joel,
I mean,
when was he a teenager?
I don't have a huge issue with Ric Flair. I mean,
Okay.
He's your favorite racist. You told us.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. Well,
Ric
him
Flair.
or Jerry Jones?
Him and Jerry Jones. I fuck with Ric Flair probably even still, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, man. Tate, who's your favorite racist?
I think Chipper Jones.
Oh.
Chipper Jones is a racist?
Yeah.
Man, you thought
Chipper Jones?
You should
Wait,
go
y'all-
on Farrakhan. Tate.
Hold on for a second, bro.
You
What
should
Hey,
go
I
on
thought if I
Farrakhan.
said Farrakhan,
because you're in a
that'd have been real
fraternity
bad.
already.
Yeah, that would have
You
been
know?
real bad.
Chipper Jones racist. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, man. Chipper Jones has had some incidents, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Chipper-
I like. Yeah, I mean, I love Chipper. He's
But
good.
he was on the right side of something very
Well, he's
recently.
a good ball player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying.
I don't
Yeah, no,
know
I
if
get it.
Chipper, the only thing that Chipper Jones did wrong that comes up right here
Lamar
is he
Hunt.
posted a joke on Twitter suggesting using alligators in the Rio Grande to stop illegal immigration.
That's
What the
not
fuck is
good.
going on with
That's
these
not
people,
good.
bro?
Oh man,
It's not good.
What is
wow,
going on?
that's crazy. Rick Barry, Kappa Sig, man.
Oh, that's
Raleigh
good.
Massimino.
Oh, that's my
Okay.
guy.
Yeah, man. This is a long and
By
illustrious
the way,
list.
Raleigh Massimino should be in the Hall of Fame. It's egregious.
He's
in
not?
the Hall of Fame. No,
Damn,
it's ridiculous. There's
Look
like
at him.
there's like a weird. I don't know why they're trying to like hold him out of the Hall of Fame. I don't know what's going on, but they got to get that fixed.
They do.
One last thing while we're trying to figure out, we're finding out facts right now. Do you guys know what a Hoosier is? We figured out the Rebels, the Tar Heels.
Oh no,
That's
what is a Hoosier?
What is it?
No, do you guys know?
No, I have no clue.
I have no
No one
clue
knows.
either. And then I did some research. Nobody knows.
Really?
It's like a mystery. Like nobody knows what a Hoosier is.
Wow.
Like it's been basically
Looking-
like there's been like a bunch of mythology, folklore about what a Hoosier is, and it's basically now interpreted obviously as an Indiana native, right? But like nobody knows where it came from. But like they think it came from like it was such garbled language. They're saying who's here because like there was like nobody in the backwoods or whatever, and then they turned it to Hoosier, and then it became Hoosiers.
Man, these are two interesting theories. One thinks it's connected to a Methodist minister who was born a slave in North Carolina, Reverend Harry Hozier, looks like. And then Jorge Santander Serrano, a PhD student from Indiana University, suggested it might come from the French words for redness or red-faced, like redneck kind of.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
I tell you, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I don't give a fuck.
I thought that was fascinating that because
It did go on a little too long. It did go on too long.
fascinating.
It did go on too
It
long.
is fascinating that no one knows. But when I tried to think about if I care about what it meant, I'm gonna be real with you. I can't say that I care, man. I care about what's happening in Oregon right now, and I gotta ask y'all a question.
yeah,
Okay,
let's
let's get back to the game.
Is Dan Lanning a fraud, man?
No, what?
Is Dan Lanning a fraud? I'm asking.
It's a classic Kenny win the big one because this was a game where I mean by all accounts like this was in their favor to at least be competitive in this game outside of the distractions of not having a running back, running backs going to the portal, but again one of their running backs in the portal was playing in this game, both coordinators leaving. But I thought this would be a close game, and I thought honestly like there was a little bit of me that was thinking maybe Oregon gets a get back game, but this hasn't even been close, which leads you down the path, right? You're walking down the yellow brick road of he might be a fraud.
Well, I my hope is that Cal and Kentucky get something out of the work that Stein and Lupoy have been doing this week, because I just again I thought that was going to be very tough for them. So it's just in a very difficult situation. The postseason is always weird. It's a 1-game sample, and things are never the same as they were. You're not playing under the conditions you were in regular season. In the regular season, your coordinators are locked in. You don't have as many injuries. You're closer to peak health than you're going to be at the end of the season. And so, I mean, I guess, you would like Oregon to have played better and, did a better showing tonight. I don't think he's a fraud, but I do think that, the thing is, even if he is, nothing gonna happen to him. Okay, I mean, what Oregon can't do better than this.
Nothing's gonna happen to him. You're right. This is 2 years in a row where he played a team in the regular season.
Yeah.
And played them close. Actually beat Ohio State in the regular season.
Yeah.
Got a rematch with that team in the playoffs and got his fucking doors blown off.
Yeah.
Which tells me that the staffs on the other side of the ball game planned, reacted, and initiated kinetic energy into their teams following the first matchup better than Dan Lanning. Dan Lanning, I'll give you an example, a counter example. LSU plays, we've talked about this game before, LSU plays Alabama at Alabama. The game is, 9-6?
Yeah.
The game ends up being. We play them again. It's like 21-0. They don't get a ton of touchdowns, but we can't do anything because there was a superior staff on the other side of the ball.
Les Miles was shook. Yeah.
That watched that game.
Trent Richardson went off, man.
It was crazy, right? We couldn't do anything. But my point about that, this is 2 years in a row that this has happened to Dan Lanning. And this is embarrassing. And this is on the big stage.
Yeah.
These are not regular season tucked games, only college football players. You got some casuals in here that are looking at this because it's the only game on right now. And it looks bad. Yeah. It looks bad. And it also looks bad in context when you look at the fact that there's probably not much talent difference between these two teams. It just seems to be culture and coaching difference.
Well, Oregon has way more talent by paper,
Yeah, I think Oregon has. Ringer put out our boy Danny Kelly put out a mock draft. I think this week. And I think 4 of the first 22 players he had drafted are Oregon or Oregon Ducks. So yeah, I mean they've got a lot of talent.
Dante Moore, Kenyon Sadiq, right?
I just think, but they're also they're hurt. They're not the same as they were. The running game isn't the same, and
But they look bad against Texas Tech. They look bad against JMU in the second half, right? So, I mean, they basically played one good half in the CFP.
Okay, that's exactly the thing, Tate. And I guess people could say, well, why did y'all put them in the championship on your bracket that went out online? Well, they made us do that. And I did it in like 3 minutes because I forgot to turn it in. But that's not the point. The point is that Oregon has not looked good pretty much all year. Like in any game, they've never looked like what everybody thought they were going to look like. Like they barely beat Iowa. They got dominated at home by Indiana team that didn't play well. Like there's very few times
they shouldn't have beat Penn State, right? At Penn State.
Yeah. Like they've not been what everybody thought they were going to be. They've never played like the team that everybody has kind of expected them to be. And here they are right here. Like, the great thing about Indiana is that somehow they got better. Like at the end of the year, like this is the best that they've ever played. In Oregon never got to it never reached its ceiling. I've never seen them. Yeah.
But isn't that
you're
coaching?
Indicting the coaching.
Right.
Yeah, you're indicting the coaching. By the way, coming into this season,
that's very important.
There were people that thought that there were a lot of questions for Oregon.
It was supposed to be a rebuilding year.
Supposed to be kind of a rebuilding, find your footing type of year. Then they get there and they play and they have the talent. And then, Joel, what you're saying is they never got better or hit their stride. That is a clear indictment of the staff, man.
I actually kind of forgot that was originally where we started, was whether or not he was a fraud. I still don't think that makes him a fraud. But I can see your point that
fraud is like a little too far, but it is trending in that direction, I guess. I will give an example of like the opposite of that. Mendoza first game looks terrible. Mm-hmm. He has like a Signetti conversation where Signetti's like, we need to work on your footwork. We need to make sure you get these back shoulder throws timing right because that's the biggest part of our offense. The reason I brought you here. Game 3, they play Illinois. He's throwing back shoulder throws on time. They dominate that game, and then it's just like a rocket takes off, and he's the Heisman Trophy winner, right? That's coaching. That's good coaching.
Yeah, man. No, obviously Indiana has done something, and and this goes back to something I thought earlier in the year. Man, Kurt Signetti gonna get a lot of people fired, man. He really is, because people are going to look at like how well his team plays and how good they are, and like they lost one of the very best pass rushers in the country. I think Stephen Daly was like second in the country in quarterback pressures this year. And they lost him. They have not had him since the Big Ten championship. And can you tell that, would you know that they had lost one of the best defenders in the country? No. But whereas
look at them whooping shit. That's a hold.
Yeah.
Are they gonna call holding in college football ever again in life? Like ever again in life, are they gonna make a holding call? That's a fucking hold. Anyway, you're right. Can I say something?
Please.
I'm not a Miami homer, but the lack of holding calls last night against Miami
was egregious.
Okay. It was getting on my nerves. Are they gonna call holding? Look, you guys, I'm going back to this fraud thing. I don't know why y'all on his dick. The reality is this. like a fraud just means that is Dan Lanning the coach that everybody says that Dan Lanning is? Yeah, he went out there when it was Deion Sanders and them. Deion Sanders, a guy we haven't talked about in a million years.
Yeah.
Okay. Talked about a lot of shit to them, ran them on TV. Oh my God, they all about clicks. We all about this. Did it to SC. He kind of a chicken hawk. He kind of somebody that goes and like fucks up people that are not on the level that he is and gets the social media clicks and gets all that. I'm sure Dan Lanning's a nice guy, but when he's up against somebody else with the muscle, they get pushed around. And when I say fraud, I mean, is the way that Dan Lanning is regarded on the national coaching stage on par with the performance of his team in these moments? How the fuck could you say that?
Man, bro, I mean, they've made the playoffs 2 years in a row.
And got their asses
they're here.
munched
and they're in
a row.
I mean, but dog, like it is hard to get to the playoffs. Like Texas was preseason number 1, did not get there. Georgia's not here right now. Alabama, they've been here once and they got embarrassed when they got here. It is hard to get to the playoffs. How many teams made the playoffs twice? How many coaches have made it twice? Signetti, this expanded 12-team playoff.
Expanded playoff, yeah.
Yeah, Signetti, Lanning, Ryan Day. Who else? That's it.
Yeah, small group.
It's it's very hard to do this. The season is so much longer.
I mean, Kirby, obviously.
Kirby.
Yeah. It's hard. And they're not here. You know? Right. And so that's what I'm just saying. Again, I can understand.
But you know what? You're doing the expanded playoff thing, but you're also, that's fine. But there are coaches that made the playoff. Like Sark made it when it was 4 games and then came back when it was 12. It's harder to make it when it was 4. So using the expanded playoff as sort of the barometer of, I can make an argument that if this was a 14 playoff, that Oregon wouldn't have made it either year. So like I get what you're saying, but I don't know if being one of the 12 teams that makes the playoff, it's very important to give you a shot at winning a national championship, but I think how you perform when you get there is more important to me than getting there. And they have not looked good in the playoff period. That is an
LSU thing. Because y'all don't really go to the championship game that often or whatever. Like y'all are really an 8-4 program on the whole, an 8-4 to 9-3 program. But when y'all are great, y'all are great. Like no doubt. And that is a very LSU opinion to have. I'm saying I would just rather
don't do it. Trophy case.
Stop. I already
like an empty trophy case.
Just as I got my shit off.
Mendoza's still in the game, by the way.
I got you. I got you. Let it go. So I don't remember my point was, so whatever.
Duke.
Those are my favorite points.
Don't come back, man.
Don't come back. Yeah, Billy. Billy, we need you.
What are we going to do about this?
Okay. Do you have your water today? Like, what's going on?
I did. I told y'all I got my water. Well, I got sidetracked by the van thing. What were we talking about right before that? Since you're here.
We were talking about Dan Lanning. Indiana just scored again with Mendoza.
It's 55-15, Joe.
Wow.
It's 55.
This is
the
unbelievable.
backup's going crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's 55.
He's actually smiling.
Yeah, it's like,
smiling right
the
now.
point of this, go away, Billy. Thanks. The point of this is
Billy, you're welcome back anytime.
Anytime you want to come back.
It's hard to be here. And again, I would rather have Lanning than pretty much, I wouldn't rather have him than Signetti. I don't know. Would I rather have him or Kirby Smart? I don't know. Who knows? Like, I could go either way.
Wait.
Yeah.
You'd rather have Lanning than Kirby Smart? Is that what
No, I'm just saying, like,
what the fuck are you talking about?
I would not be hurt if I had Dan Lanning or Kirby Smart. I mean, I think Kirby Smart is a great coach.
Joe.
Dan Lanning
and Signetti.
Dan Lanning was an undefeated Big Ten.
Joe, Joe,
Dan Lanning won the toughest conference in the country last year and went undefeated while doing it.
Are you telling me right now, Joe, seriously, I'm going to ask you one question. Frias, get ready to clip this. Joe, would you rather have...
you can call your clips on this show.
I call your clips.
Call your clips.
I like that.
Frias, get ready to clip this. Joel, would you rather have Dan Lanning or Kirby Smart as your head coach?
I probably would rather have Kirby Smart, but I don't.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah. I mean, dog, Dan Lanning was undefeated in one Big Ten last year. I mean, and again, his team is in the playoffs right now. Kirby Smart probably is hanging out somewhere on St. Simon's Island or whatever.
Yeah, you know but Kirby's team, they were a good team, but they were a rebuilding year. I mean, they're kind of the same.
Multiple national championships.
Yeah.
This is insane.
How many years? That was 4 years ago. What are you talking about?
It's more recent than the zero Dan Lanning has.
Again, right now, Dan Lanning, you could say that Dan Lanning gives you a better chance to get to the championship game than Kirby Smart right now, because Kirby Smart has not done it in this era yet, bro.
And Dan Lanning hasn't done it either.
Yeah. He's right here in the playoffs. What are you talking about?
Well, let's give Joe credit. Dan Lanning does have 5 minutes and 13 seconds, and he's down 56.
I don't
to make up 41 points.
5 years.
It's not over.
Kirby Smart won a championship when like Nick Saban was still coaching, bro. Like, I mean, like, that's how long ago. This is 4 or 5 years ago.
How far
There's been a cycle of kids that have gone out of school since.
How far did Georgia get last year?
Not Carson Beck.
They got their ass kicked in the playoffs last year by Notre Dame.
Right, but how far did they get?
They got to the playoffs. They made it.
What round though? What round was that?
Okay, yeah. Okay, I see your point. Okay,
it's the same shit.
Quarterfinals.
I think it was I think it might have been the semis actually that they made it to.
I don't know why we're arguing about this because, like, okay, fine. I would rather have Kirby Smart than Dan Lanning. Okay, so Kirk Cignetti, Kirby Smart. Who else?
What? Who else would I rather have more than Dan Lanning?
Yeah, okay. I gave you Kirk Cignetti and
don't
Kirby
say
Smart.
Kiffin.
Yeah, don't say Kiffin. Don't say it. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass yourself.
That might be worse.
Yeah.
Kiffin's team went further. Or they went to the same place. Kiffin. Good old Kiff. What about this? What about Mario Cristobal? Would you rather have Mario Cristobal or Dan Lanning?
Nah.
Cristobal's
team has played. I mean, Cristobal's team could have very easily been left out of this. They made it and they performed well. But like Miami fans were mad at him.
That is a good question though, because Oregon fans, if you asked them right now, would you rather have Cristobal or Dan Lanning? They probably would lean towards Cristobal.
Who would say that?
Oregon fans.
No way.
Watching.
Their TVs work. They can see how Miami plays. They know that Miami's got a well-coached team.
They're down by 41.
They just got fucking housed like last year too. What are you, Joe? Oregon has never
there's
played
no
well
way
in the
that
playoffs.
Oregon would want Cristobal back over Lanning.
One win in the playoffs. They have one win in the playoffs. They beat Texas Tech earlier.
They were the undefeated.
They've never played well in the playoffs. They've never played well. Even the last game where they beat Texas Tech, that was not a well-played game. Okay,
so Cristobal is a top 5 coach. He's better. We're taking a game against a very good team that obviously things got away from them. We're going to take that, and all of a sudden, we're going to elevate Mario Cristobal over Dan Lanning as a coach. This is all I think people read too much into one-game samples. I think Dan Lanning is a fine coach. I would much rather have him. You would rather have him than fucking Lane Kiffin. You know that.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
Indiana's a 7.5-point favorite in the national championship game right now.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
in Miami. Can we talk about that, Billy? Because you're obviously like boots on the ground in Miami. We got the U coming back to Hard Rock to play a home game for the national championship. We also get Columbus High School alum Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman Trophy winner, a.k.a. Heisman.
Is that where you went, Billy? Didn't you go to Columbus?
You know I didn't do that.
He did not go to Columbus.
Billy, where'd you go?
That's my rival
That's
school.
his rival high school.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Billy went to Miami Country Day.
No, I did not go to Miami Country Day.
He went to Country Day.
Didn't you say that?
I did not say that.
No.
Well, how did we get on Miami Country Day?
You started talking about
high schools.
He's a Jesuit kid like me, Billy.
You started talking about Gloria Stefan, and then you found where Gloria Stefan's daughter went to school, and then you started looking up notable.
Should we talk
alumni.
about that now that we're here? Should we talk about?
We talk. Well,
Billy. For some reason, Billy is a Cuban man from Miami, and he has a beef with Gloria Stefan, the Miami Sound Machine.
That's
like, how could that be? You said
I will say I always said it was Gloria Estefan. You know
which one is it?
So Estefan or Estefan?
Which one is it, Billy?
Estefan.
Okay. Why don't you like the Miami Sound Machine? Like, what's going on with?
I told you they're fine. The Miami Sound Machine's fine. Stefan's fine. John Cicada's fine.
You more of a Pitbull guy?
No, it's just like that was fine in that was like 40 years ago. You know?
I know, but the music is timeless, though.
Yeah, what are you talking? What's the problem? I mean, yeah, they were very influential, and they had a moment, and they got old. What did they do wrong? Why don't you respect it?
It's that I don't respect it. But
was it Joe Montana was 40 years ago?
I think the conversation was like, what are we gonna do at the national championship, or like who's like an artist or whatever like represents Miami, and then it always ends up being Gloria Estefan, and it's kind of like, you know. What's wrong with Trick Daddy? Like, what's wrong with DJ Khaled? Like, what's wrong with your Pitbull?
Anybody want to motherfucking die? Come see me, T, double D, nigga. That's right. That's motherfucking me,
I think
nigga.
Trick Daddy would be the right answer. I think that would be good. He does Let's Go.
Man, so y'all don't put on for Rick Ross like that, huh?
Nah. Rick Ross was a corrections officer.
That's fair. But man, that's a hustler, dog. You know, do what you gotta do.
It's like, Tate, are you upholding the street code?
Yes.
Like, what are you?
Yeah, you called Rick Ross. He said he was a CO, man. He was
he called.
Fuck with Ross like that.
Because I'm Officer Ricky.
Wow. Tate, I can't
Officer
fuck with Ross like that.
Man,
Look at Tate.
You don't like Maybach music, bro? Oh my god.
Tate's not on next episode. We know
cigar
why.
music, 1 or 2. You know.
I like some of the Maybach music, but you know.
Yeah. I was wondering why Billy didn't like the Miami Sound Machine. What other Cuban things do you hate?
It's not that I hate it. It's just that, like, every time there's like, oh, what do we do? Miami, Gloria Estefan. Oh, Emilio Estefan. I'm over the Estefans.
Man, they really ring out in the streets like that, huh?
I went to school with one of the Estefans.
Really?
Niece, nephew?
Yeah, like a niece. Yeah.
So one time I was in Miami. I was in Joe Stone Crab. That's actually where I was. And this particular night in Joe Stone Crab, this was years and years ago. It was kind of popping in there. I saw Glenn Rice.
Hornets legend. I have his jersey right over here.
I saw Glenn Rice in Joe Stone Crab. I saw him in there. And then I saw Emilio Estefan's, I think it's his sister or his niece. Now, she used to be on a show. Her name is like
Lilia Estefan.
Lilia Estefan.
A Gordo y la Flaca.
A Gordo y la Flaca.
Okay. Gordo y la Flaca.
Yeah.
The fat guy and the skinny girl.
I remember I watched that show.
Girl, and they used to, in the Gordo y Flaca, this was during my Univision stage. This is when I was into Univision.
Did you watch Dos Mujeres Un Camino?
I know. I didn't watch that. I don't know what it is. But I would watch.
Good job, Joel. Good pronunciation.
Like that. I teach a lot of Spanish, bro.
Sábado Gigante.
Oh, Sábado Gigante. No, Don Francisco. Yeah, Don Francisco.
Don Francisco.
Sábado Gigante. And I would watch Gorda y Flaca.
El Gordo y la Flaca.
One time I turned to it and they had Vita Guerra. And she was getting into the hot tub with Gordo y Flaca guy. That was the whole thing. He was
just the Gordo.
Really?
With the Gordo, he would get in the hot tub.
Vita Guerra.
Univision was keeping it going, bro.
They discovered her, I think. Yeah.
Oh, that's how she got on, huh?
She got in the hot tub with Flaca.
Gordo.
Legend.
Yeah.
Flaca
Speaking of King Magazine.
Flaca didn't get into the hot tub. Gordo got into the hot tub.
Yeah, Gordo got.
Flaca's sister's who I went to school with.
Flocka's sister.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
And then she came in there, and I wanted to talk to her. I wanted to say, hey, I really enjoyed the show. And the girl I was with was like, if you go over there and you talk to her about the fact that you watched that show with the women with big asses getting, I'm going to fucking get up and leave this place. She hated it. She would come in and she would see me watching Univision, and she would be like, how come every time I come in here and watch this channel, somebody naked on this bitch? And I'm like, why don't you get out of here?
Culture.
Right, I'm watching Gordo, you hater. I'm watching Gordo y Flaca. How you say it?
A Gordo y la Flaca.
Gordo y la Flaca, yeah.
Yeah.
So
fat guy and the fat guy and the skinny girl.
Gloria Estefan, man, she's a Latina legend, bro. You can't. You gotta pay your.
I'm not saying she's not. It's just kind of like.
It's kind of like the Osmonds in Utah. You know, it's like there's more people around.
Damn.
Or like Snoop Dogg getting like booked for everything.
Yeah.
You know?
He was great on the NBA broadcast.
Rhythm is gonna get you. Rhythm is gonna get you. Rhythm is gonna get you.
Come on.
Rhythm is gonna get you.
Oh yeah,
tonight. That shit go hard, man.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Yeah, he's in. He likes it. Back to the original Miami question. Billy, capital of the college football universe, Miami. Fernando Mendoza homecoming, Miami homecoming. What does it mean for the city? Like, what's going to happen in the week building up to this?
Tickets are crazy right now. Have you seen
prices
for tickets? You can't go to this game if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
I had someone text me that does not like the University of Miami. A friend of mine was like, it's a shame that this stadium's going to be filled with UM fans. It's going to be their first time going to a game all season. Like they're gonna keep everyone out.
Look at this FIU hate, man. Look at this FIU hate.
Someone texted me. I didn't. That's not from me. I was texted that. Yeah.
Where's Peepo at, bro?
Retired.
Where's Peepo at, Billy?
All right, Peepo.
So then, okay. So then Miami has no true home field advantage. Then
No.
I mean, and plus it's a. In a game like this, there's never really a home field advantage, right?
It gets
Indiana
there,
took
though.
over the Peach Bowl, so like Indiana fans, like that's the most active alumni base in the country and the largest. So like there's gonna be a lot of Indiana fans that go down to.
They can't let Indiana take over that stadium. That would be embarrassing.
I don't think they're gonna take it over, but I think it might be closer to 60-40 than people suspect.
Really?
Yeah,
I really do. I
60-40 which way?
Miami 60, Indiana 40. Yeah.
I mean, and even then, it's not really that. It's like what 40, 25, and then the rest are corporate sponsor folks and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna. It won't even be like that. There'll be a lot of people that are just neutral observers.
50 tickets for Therabody. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Hey, I found a post on Duck Territory. At what point do you start over and bring in a new head coach?
I mean,
wow.
Oregon, man.
Duck Territory. Right, I'm looking at all this, but most of these people are being pretty rational about this. They're talking about bringing in a new head, like coordinators, but nobody's really talking about that landing on here.
There's going to be some big hires for them, man. Yeah, who's gonna be those new coordinators? I guess Dante has a decision to make after today.
Did Indiana make the decision for Dante tonight? I guess that's a good question.
Man, I don't know. You can't let one game dictate that because he's still going to be the second quarterback off the board, and that means
he's first on McShay's mock draft. McShay has him going number 1. Now I can't imagine.
Should we talk about McShay? Can we talk about McShay for a minute?
He's live right now.
Yeah, he's live right now. He's live right now.
How are you planning on talking about it?
Yeah, Billy,
curiosity.
Trust me, Billy.
I'm trying to protect you here.
Okay, no, he was talking about. Man, you see the plays that Carson Beck makes, and I don't know, man. Maybe he might have worked his way back into the top 5. And I'm like, man, get out of here. Get out of here.
I mean, he was the preseason number 1 pick last year.
Don't fall for the Carson Beck shit. What are you talking about? They are afraid of him. They're afraid to rely on him, and they only turn to him when they have to. And it's not his fault, but his arm got injured. Yeah, he delivered, and his arm got injured, so there's not as much pop on that ball anymore. Again, the NFL is stupid, so it is very possible that he will be.
McCarthy went in.
But if you're gonna take Ty Simpson or Carson Beck, like I would take Beck.
Oh,
just me.
You would take Beck, man?
I would take Beck.
Beck is directly the only reason Miami. I shouldn't say the only reason, but one of the very few reasons that Miami had to sweat it out to get into the playoffs is that he threw 4 interceptions at Louisville, man.
And it was explained, like he went out on Thursday night, had a little bit too much fun. You got the Miami virus that Johnny Manziel got before college games.
Yeah, right.
It happens.
And didn't we have a clip earlier this year where he was throwing his teammates under the bus or something too?
I think he's been a consummate teammate. So
is that right?
Maybe. That's what
they
said.
A lot. The whole team rallies behind him and stuff.
They all like it.
Well, now all right.
You have an agenda. But look,
watch
here's
out.
the deal.
Oregon scored.
Wait, what's my agenda?
Oregon scored.
Oregon scored. It's 22-46.
They're getting garbage
5
touchdown
touchdown loss
last year.
Can I say one more
Madison
thing? Can I say one more thing about this game as it relates to Oregon?
Yeah.
So Indiana has beaten a lot of teams with really blue blood, right? They beat Ohio State. They beat Alabama. these are some of the blue. It don't get no blue. Your blood don't get no bluer than Ohio State and Alabama. It can't possibly get bluer. Those are two of the bluest bloods, maybe the two bluest bloods of all the blue bloods in college football. All right, so there's no shame in losing to this Indiana team. It is different for Oregon, though. The reason why it's different for Oregon is because Oregon is still trying to gain entry into the elite college football conversation. They're still trying to gain entry into that. And it seems like they can't beat the blue bloods. They can't beat the green bloods. When it gets to this particular point, they lose to an Auburn. They lose to an Ohio State. They lose to an Indiana. Whatever team is in front of Oregon for national supremacy and relevance at the time, they can't meet the moment.
Auburn.
Like I said, Auburn. So whatever that team is, they don't seem to be able to do it. If it's Ohio State, they get smacked. If it's they get smacked. If it's Auburn, they lose close. Like, they got to win one of those games at some point. And if you're an Oregon fan, you brought Dan Lanning in to win these games. Is my only point. You brought him in to win these games, not to recruit well and have great regular seasons and get to the 12-team playoff.
Bobby Bowden won 2 national championships, man. Tom Osborne won 2. You know, it is very hard.
But they didn't have the opportunities of a playoff. So, like, all those championships will look a lot more
the other
impressive.
Side of winning a championship of that is that you got to win all those games to get to the championship now. Like, you got to hold your team together, you hold a staff together. Some of your best players can get picked off before year to year, and then you got just to get there. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you got to just to get there. Yeah, man. It's not that easy, bro. And to win a national championship. But I can understand why, if you're an Oregon fan tonight, and to what Van is saying, it must be very disappointing, and you would like to win one of these games and win a national championship. But it is very hard, bro. No matter who you hire, unless it's Curt Cignetti, you're probably not just going to be in line to win championships year to year to year after that. And again, look, Curt Cignetti's got to do it, next year too, and the year after that. Like, how he's going to have Josh Hoover,
Yeah, he's made the playoffs twice. So, what you're in your estimation, he's one of the top 10 to 15 coaches in college football history. So, like,
Curt Cignetti, he might be.
Yeah.
I mean,
motherfucker. If he win this bitch, he probably is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
By the way, it seems as if we are all assuming now that Indiana is a national championship. We're assuming. My thing is this: if you are Miami, you got crazy crazy bulletin board material, crazy motivation to go out there and shock the world. What kind of college football landscape are we living in where a Miami over Indiana victory would be seen as one of the bigger upsets that I can remember in a long time?
I think that shows you how impressive Cignetti has been.
He is so cool, man. Look at that motherfucker.
Like, he's changed everything. Like, this is insane.
Yeah, look at it, man.
This guy wears a pullover with no undershirt.
No, man, he's swag. He's got swag, man. He's just. I don't know. I feel like Curt could fight.
What?
Yeah, he just
I
looks
think he
like
can wrestle.
He probably
the 227.
Curt Cignetti. If you walk up on Curt Cignetti, and you want some smoke, he'd be like, I don't think you want to do that. I could just see him saying some shit like that. Like,
boy, Joe, does it seem like a fantasy?
How would you take him down?
Yeah, what would you do, Joe?
What would y'all do?
This is not hard.
Joe, I don't really wrestle.
You boxing? You don't boxing?
Joe, what would you do? How would you take down Curt Cignetti? How would you?
Low man wins, right, Joe?
Look, man. Van, you don't want what you want to scar him? I mean, you think you take Curt?
Why are you bringing it up to me?
You think
you're the one? Like, why are you bringing it up to me?
I just said it looks like y'all think he could fight. I didn't mean that is the opposite of me wanting to just jump in a ring with him.
He's 64. You think you could take him?
I'm not engaging in this.
64.
I refuse to answer that question because the first thing is that's crazy. Second thing is no matter what answer it is, it's just gonna be some shit. So
you couldn't fight Cristobal, so we'll move down.
Oh, I would not. I would not fuck with Cristobal.
But Cignetti,
former lineman. No, I would not.
Lanning?
That actually is a fair question. Like, which one is more insane, Cignetti or Cristobal? Like, they're both kind of
probably. Cignetti seems like something's up, bro. Signetti seemed like something up. That seemed like he seemed like that's a crazy motherfucker right there.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. You said the same thing I said, basically. He would just be like, I don't think you want to do that, guy. If So yeah, man.
So he beat you. That's fine.
Joe's thought about it. I'll beat the shit out of Kurt Signetti. Look, here's the thing. I'll beat the shit out of Kurt Signetti.
Man, I hope Kurt hear that, man. I bet Kurt will fuck you up too, man.
How?
Hey, What's
the game plan when you fight Kurt?
Who, me?
Yeah,
no, I'm asking Joel.
No, but he's the one that said he would beat his ass. So tell everybody how you would beat Kurt Signetti's ass. Like, what will you use?
I'm gonna keep him at the end of the jab, and then after I keep him at the end of the jab, pop, 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 pop. After that, I'm gonna hit him with a couple of hooks. One shot to the body, take him down. It's over. Look, that's it. That's all you get.
He looks like he likes a taste of blood, though. Like you break his nose and gets blood, and then he gets like.
Y'all don't feel that's more homoerotic than what I said?
What?
He looks like he likes the taste of blood. I mean, what?
Joel, no one was saying anything was homoerotic.
Joel,
okay.
Joel, first of all, what you just said was highly inappropriate.
I need a team, man. Joel, I need a team. I'm not going to Miami because of y'all, dog. I have my credential. I could be going down there and going to Joe's.
I gave that back already.
And now I'm going to LA. And also, I got to book my flight. Mallory didn't get back to me with my code. Oh, here she goes. She just gave me the code. Okay. So anyway, I got to book my flight to come out there. Right? So I mean, yeah, I could be going, but I could be making a trip to Miami, which is an easier flight for me. Okay.
Dan Lanning's getting killed on Twitter. They're saying that Dan Lanning's out here playing for clicks. That's what they said. He's out here playing for clicks. He's getting killed on Twitter. And one guy, Robert at ROB 13 whatever. That's Robert spelled with the numbers. My bad. He says that Dan Lanning is James Franklin.
Oh man.
See, I'm not there yet. But I think James Franklin is a good coach. I think Dan Lanning is a good coach. I just think Lanning might be a tier above Franklin.
I mean, yeah, I guess the thing is, I think that James Franklin is vastly undervalued, and people just don't value winning enough. Yeah. I just I think that's kind of the same. This might end up sounds like it's going to be the same thing with Dan Lanning, where it's just like, okay, you guys think y'all could do better? Cool.
I'll ask you a question, Joel. It's weird that we haven't got here yet. What do you value more, winning or championships?
I value winning because you can't win championships without winning.
I know, but what I'm saying is, would you rather have, I guess you can't win championships without winning, but you can certainly win a lot and never win a championship.
Yeah.
It seems like to me, you would be quite content to have a coach that delivered you 10 wins and a playoff trip every year, but never got your team there. And
but the thing is, I don't know that in the time, but I always want my team to be nationally relevant and competitive. And I'll take my chances with that because I know that championships are very hard to win. You're not going to win very many of them. Like even the great coaches only win.
Do you have to win
very
one?
Few.
Do you have to win two?
Wait, to what? For what? For me to be happy or satisfied as a fan?
What I'm saying is, separate question. There are probably a lot of Oregon fans, and I can tell you this, there are probably a lot of Oregon fans that don't like getting embarrassed like this on a national stage.
Yeah, right.
That don't like getting embarrassed like this in this game. So is 10, 11 wins, even 12 wins, whatever, and then getting your ass cut in the playoffs, would that bother you? Does it bother you if a coach is continuously on the doorstep but can never get over the hump? I mean, I guess the question is, at some point, if you're one of these schools that's putting up this type of bread, don't you want to hold the trophy?
Of course. I mean, and I mean, the realization is that it might not happen. My favorite basketball team is the University of Houston. They've been to the Final Four more times than any program that not have won a national championship. And I still think, man, I would rather have Kelvin Sampson because at least I know that I'm gonna be good and I have a chance to be in a national
they're knocking on the
game.
door.
We're knocking on the door. Eventually, sometimes it'll happen. Eventually it will happen, I think. And I may be wrong on that, but I would rather take my chances on that than thinking, I'm definitely going to do better than a coach that can get me 11 wins or go undefeated in the Big Ten and win the Big Ten championship 1 year. That is tough to do.
Now I see why you were triggered by the Franklin firing, because you're like, this is like firing Kelvin Sampson. Getting rid of someone that's gotten you on the door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. Damn. I didn't even. It almost felt like a shot, Tate. But when you put it,
no, like I'm that, saying, I'm saying, like, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
Yeah. The Franklin thing I think is absurd
than Penn State, but I mean, still, it's a fair.
I think the Franklin firing is absurd, and I think if Oregon makes Dan Lanning uncomfortable up there, that they're dumb, that's stupid.
And Van, mute.
I don't think they'll do that. I think the fan base is going to be uncomfortable by getting embarrassed nationally 2 years in a row. I think any fan base that's worth their site would be uncomfortable with getting embarrassed nationally 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So. And I think Phil
Lane Kiffin, man, you in for hell, bro.
Put that in your pipe and fucking smoke it. How's that?
Yeah, Lane Kiffin, you about to be in for some hell, bro. You're not going to have a good time, man. You're gonna wish you stayed at Ole Miss.
We'll see. Maybe shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. He probably should have stayed at Ole Miss.
Yeah, I'm saying.
He probably should have stayed at Ole Miss.
He gonna be on your ass like he would be on Kurt Signetti, man. Getting you
now. He
gotta
go down there and win. He gotta go down there and win, and that's the way it go. Ain't nobody. You gotta win. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody play. We don't play that. We ain't playing that dumbass shit. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We playing.
You're saying he's got to win championships.
Got to win championships. Got to win a championship.
Overrated Minnesota up here talking like this. You know what I'm saying?
Don't have to win it every year, but you got to win one.
The SEC's NC State. I mean, I'm sorry, the SEC.
What? Oh, I mean, look. Here's the deal. 3 different coaches won 3 different national championships, 6 SEC championships, like Heisman trophies, all of that stuff. Played for another one. Like there's no way. Here's the deal, especially coming from you.
Don't talk.
There's no way that
focus
you
on
make
what
me
we're
feel
talking
bad about LSU in the last 20 years. It's impossible. It would be stupid. Come on.
So, okay, well, you got to go back 20 years. That's fine. Okay,
no,
cool.
You don't have to go back 5.
You were in hell. You were in hell a few months ago because y'all were barely beating Western Kentucky.
And now we might be able to get.
Yeah, those championships ain't made you happy. Those championships ain't lasted you this year.
The difference.
They haven't lasted you this year. You don't feel good.
Here's the deal. The difference between a winner is that a winner expects to win. Mm-hmm. And a loser is okay losing. So the difference is, yes, I'm gonna pay my face because I have an expectation. We expect to go there.
Why would y'all expect that? Why would y'all expect that?
The reason why
y'all
you're
not
embarrassed by these victories is because the best moment in TCU history is losing 63-7.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't.
It was 2014. Remember?
2014. Yeah, 2014.
Oh, 2014.
Beating Michigan in the semis. That was a big moment.
Beating the blue blood. See,
beating the blue blood.
Van, I did want to ask you while we're in the, we're gonna do some quick hitters here on the way out. Do you think that LSU is more of a villain now with Lane than they were with Brian Kelly?
Yes.
Me too. And that's crazy.
Well, 2 reasons. Number one, you can't be a villain if you're a pushover, right? So LSU always had a unit under Brian Kelly that was woefully inept. You weren't scared of LSU. I think the villain thing with Lane Kiffin is partly about the fact that it could work. So there is a thought there that maybe LSU might be a scary team. The fan base will take that. They'll take being the villains if it comes with, at least I will. They'll take being villains if it comes with a lot of success on the field, relevance, recruiting classes, development at key positions and stuff like that. The Brian Kelly thing, beyond the season that Jaden gave us, there wasn't much we can look back on and look through the lens of excellence at. It was down for LSU, and there was still a Heisman Trophy, and there was still an SEC West Championship, and there were still those things. But beyond that, just having that guy around being hated is one thing, and he's not cool. Lane Kiffin is evil, but he's also Darth Vader. Darth Vader is cool.
You think he's cool, huh?
Lane, yeah, I think he's cool.
Really? Okay.
I think he's cool. I think people are fascinated with Lane Kiffin. They're fascinated with the villain angle of Lane Kiffin. He is a college football draw. So if he's a villain in a way that gets people talking and gets people going.
Yeah, it won't feel good if he lets y'all down though, because then you're just gonna have all the bad part, and I'm curious to see how that Kiffin thing is gonna work out. I just already, you all are primed to not like that man. Like I don't feel like I already feel like it's not a good match, and God forbid he struggles to deliver on the promise here, and y'all don't end up being Minnesota, NC State, for the next 3 to 4 years.
Why are you taking shots at NC State?
Or worse.
Well, I'm just saying, NC State is very good. Like, you just think of them as the ACC's LSU.
Or worse, TCU. That's the only thing that could be worse.
TCU been about the same program as LSU over the last, except for the championships, of course.
Except for the championships. Shut the fuck up.
because of discrimination against mid-majors.
All of the guys,
because of discrimination against
you don't count the championships.
All of the guys in the NFL, and except for the championships, all the guys in the NFL, the SC championships, all of that stuff. Yes, it's been the same. And the greatest
QJ Sunday Night Football for the Chargers.
Them championships didn't make you feel good this year, though. That's all I'm saying. How
crazy?
How great could championships could be if you just still appear?
You don't know.
Man, I'm in hell right now, man. Western Kentucky done held us to 6 points through 3 quarters.
Somebody right now will look at me and talk shit about the Saints, and I will say, 2010 Super Bowl champions.
Okay.
Joe, you can't say that. Joe, who are your other teams?
Oh, yeah. Well, the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets.
Okay, so y'all got it popping back.
27
the Houston Oilers.
Yeah. Oh, 27 the Houston Oilers, they ain't never won shit.
Yeah.
So
the Houston Astros.
Fire jerseys.
But what about the Houston Astros though, dog?
Cheaters.
I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about that. Y'all should have cheated.
Yeah. I can't get behind that.
Joe, listen.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
You hear that?
They didn't get a championship back.
Cheaters.
They didn't get a championship back. Okay.
A bunch of
hey, if you listen to, there was a great podcast about this, about how that actually hurt them. Like they did worse when they relied on that system than otherwise. It was all in their heads that they thought that system worked for them. They actually hit worse using it. But that's fine. They won championships though. Okay, so they got that.
I'm not going to take it away from them.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something about the Rockets. I'm going to tell you something about this because maybe this is what informs me. Okay, no. So 1994.
Won't even take care of his kids. That's your team.
The Rockets beat the Knicks Game 7.
I love Mad Max.
I watched the game. Mad Max.
Probably
my third favorite Rocket. Mm-hmm. So I'm driving home from my father's house on the east side after the championship. It's set in the house, and it's like a 25-minute drive back to Mo City. And I'm in my 1987 Honda Civic CRX. And Rockets have won the championship. This is the biggest moment. Finally, one of my teams have won. It's been heartbreak city for me as a sports fan my whole life. And finally, my team wins. And about halfway through the trip, I'm like, man, I'm not getting shit for this, bro. I'm not even getting a championship ring. It actually kind of bummed me out. I was like, damn, dog. I was like, nobody's sending me a check. I don't know.
You thought Elijah Wan was gonna come shake your hand.
I was just like, damn, man, I'm not gonna get to meet Otis Thorpe. I was like, wow, all that. I was so hyped.
Tom Janovich is at your house.
Yeah, and I was just like, I just had to get up and do whatever, man. It was cool that they won, but yeah, it just that shit kind of. So anyway, that's what informs me. I was you
don't. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You don't care about championships.
I do care
if they win or not.
I mean, I care, but I just
You kind of remind me like when Billy Donovan. I remember Billy Donovan. I talked to him like probably about a decade ago, and he was like, when he won his 2 championships, he thought that he would walk everywhere and everyone would be like, "Oh my God, there's 2-time champion Billy Donovan," and he was like, "People treated me the exact same way, And he was like, it was empty, He was like, I thought it would change things, but it was the same shit.
I thought Terry Bradshaw said something about this, and probably if I get it wrong, that he actually got depressed after he won the Super Bowl because he was like, I thought like, it was going to be some sort of, the pinnacle moment of my life, and he was just like, oh, this is it. And that was kind of me.
I got 2 things to say. Number one, I'm being serious.
Yeah. You hit your mic.
You muted. Did you mute on purpose?
Yeah. This is because Joe comes from a place where there's a lot of shit to do. I'm being serious about that. All jokes aside. Like Joe comes from Houston, and there's plenty of shit for Houston to be proud of, whether the Rockets win the championship or not. Like, it's still shit to do in Houston. Houston is still a place that people want to go. It's still a place that you can't walk to the to the CVS at 9:00. I tried to walk to the CVS from my hotel one time, and the lady
crazy.
said, "Don't do that." She said, "We'll take you to the CVS and back."
Don't walk.
So that's
Don't
one thing.
Yeah.
So Texas is different. I am from Baton Rouge, meaning a large part, and I'm being serious about this, a large part of our cultural identity, who we are and our energy goes into the game of football. And a large part of the pride that comes from the southern part of that state, really the whole state, is how good we are at that sport. There's not a shit ton else that Louisiana can look up and say, like, we're the best if you start looking at stats and all of that type of shit. I think we have some of the best and most unique culture in the whole country. But if you're talking about that, it's very meaningful that our boys from them different places in the city can go out there and get shit popping. Number two, that's the first thing. Number two, I tell you one thing about Terry Bradshaw and the rest of these guys that y'all talking about didn't get treated any different. You know what feeling that they have that is different? I bet you Terry Bradshaw feels different than Jim Kelly feels. I bet you Terry Bradshaw feels different than Phillip Rivers feels.
Or Dan Marino.
Dan Marino. I bet he would prefer the feeling of being Terry Bradshaw than he would of being Matt Ryan. I bet he would feel that. I bet any of those guys that were on that Rockets team, I bet they don't want to. I bet they don't want to be Charles Barkley. Well,
Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, yeah, Patrick.
At least Ewing wanted Georgetown. Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I bet those people that are talking about they're walking through it and they don't know anybody. They don't know Raleigh Massimino or whomever else. I bet he would rather be Raleigh Massimino than Jerry Sloan. So if you're talking about all of that stuff, there's one thing winning and not having people recognize you for it, but there's another thing with having to live with losing. And a lot of those players, a lot of that shit that played their whole years, their whole time and never got there, that shit fucks with them. And I know that to be true.
No,
that's true. That's true.
That's a great point. And it is true, like in North Carolina, the same thing as like the basketball schools, it's the same thing you're talking about, Van. It's like small town North Carolina. It's like North Carolina winning a national championship in basketball. It's a big deal because then it validates your whole state, your hometown, everywhere you're from. So
I really don't again, and I don't want the argument to be that I don't think it's important to win championships. But what I am saying is that I want to know.
Right.
I want to know that I'm going to win every year. I want to know that every fall that my team is going to be good. We're going to have big games. We're probably going to win them in all of them. Right? Like that's what I like.
Fight.
I want to be in the fight, and I'll take my chances, understanding that I'm not going to be crushed if we go we fall off and go 4-8. Okay, my coach is never. Our bad year will be 8-4. I'd rather live that way. Yeah.
I will say this about Penn State though. To your point about Penn State, and like Notre Dame and LSU before 2000 or whatever. Penn State hasn't won a national championship in a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, they hadn't won a national championship. Now, I will say that it's different coming up from the coach that won the national championships or, all of that stuff like that coming off. But they hadn't won a national championship in a very long time. So they hadn't won in a while. So the fact that they were so pressed to win one under James Franklin, that was interesting. I know they have high expectations, but they should have high expectations, and they're in a conference where teams are winning. But with Notre Dame and these guys, like Notre Dame hadn't won since like '88. When was the last time Penn State won a national championship?
86. Yeah, they went undefeated in '94.
He won. They won two, right? Or
he won two.
He won two.
Joe Pa won two.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Pa won two.
Is that right? Because didn't he win another one in the '80s and then one in like the.
I thought he won two in the 80s.
National championships.
All right. I felt like he won three, but I don't know. But anyway, again,
he won two national, 82 and 86.
82 and 86.
3 Big Ten championships, 94, 2005, 2009.
Man, I think 94 is what we think of. Could have been a national championship. Yeah.
There was a year.
Undefeated, yeah.
There was a year that Richard Nixon declared somebody the national champion, and instead of like an undefeated Penn State team too, or something like that. But yeah, man, again think about what you're saying. A guy who coached for however many years he did. I'm looking. How many years is this? I mean, Jesus, man, 51.
Joe, he was there. Joe Paterno had been at Penn State since 1950.
1950, the head coach there since 66.
That's insane.
That's
45 years
dog.
and 3 championships, bro. I mean, again, you can coach. It's so hard, even no matter how good you are, whatever. It's just those championships. Nick Saban has fooled everybody. And the thing is, Nick Saban, once he realized that the game had changed and everybody could, there were no more secrets.
Not just Nick.
Yeah. But there were no more secrets. He was just like, I don't want to do this no more, bro.
Hold on, little daddy. Hold on, little dada. Not just Nick. Not just Nick.
Well, wait, okay. Why you so desperate to help your man Nick Saban out?
Hold on. Not just Nick. Urban Meyer.
Sabanite.
Didn't Urban Meyer come get a handful of them? Okay. Didn't Kirby Smart come get a handful of them?
2.
Yeah.
Kirby's still in the fight.
Didn't Dabo Swinney come get a couple?
He got 2. Yeah.
So
Dabo's still in the fight.
Dabo. So it's like not just Nick. Not just Nick. There was an elite crop of coaches that Joe would take Dan Lanning over all of them. There was an elite crop of coaches.
I would take Dan Lanning over Dabo Swinney. Yeah, I would.
Right now?
Yeah, of course. Dan Lanning over Dabo Swinney. If you told me that Dabo Swinney was coming to coach TCU,
right now,
I'd be so mad. I'd be like, nah, please. No.
Right. You wouldn't take Dabo Swinney at TCU?
Not at all. I'd be so mad. I would not. What the
You would
no,
take
he can't win at Clemson.
He's won 2 championships.
He's struggling at Clemson right now. He's not a good look. I bet Kansas was like, man.
Hold on, wait a second though.
Kansas was like, we got Les Miles, man. He won championships at LSU. Now he got fired at LSU because he couldn't win at LSU. But we're Kansas and we got Les Miles. We should be happy. How bad was Les Miles at Kansas?
I want you guys to understand.
He was bad.
This is not a bad answer.
I want you guys to understand the logical inconsistencies that Joel consistently puts on the podcast. Okay, so listen.
Yeah,
listen. Did Clemson make the playoff last year?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you guys to understand what Joel has said. Joel has said in the same breath that he thinks that firing James Franklin was fucked up because James Franklin was a very good coach, even though James Franklin had a bad season this year. He's also said that if you've made the playoff, then that proves that you are a good coach, which is what he said about Dan Lanning. So he's contradicted himself.
I'm not. No.
Can I cook?
No.
Can I cook my meal?
You can't cook.
He contradicted himself because now he says that Dabo Swinney is not good because Dabo Swinney had a down year this year.
I did not say he was
good.
No,
he won championships.
I did not say he was good. I'm saying that
and he was in the vaunted, valuable, golden playoff last year, but that doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter now because
I didn't say the Clemson should fire Dabo Swinney.
You didn't. But
I could understand. I could understand if they want to because they can look at the trajectory, the trajectory of the program, and they can say, "Oh man, like
he was in the playoff last year, though."
Again, but everybody knew what that team was, bro. That team wasn't even Miami that got in the championship last year. They got into the playoffs last year.
Argue on behalf of James Franklin then? You're racist. That's what it is.
Because every program has a different context.
Joel's my favorite racist.
And I don't.
Joel, that's my favorite racist. Joel's my favorite racist. This is another Parker Livingstone.
Yeah, there you go.
Because logically this makes no sense.
No, it does make sense. Again, everything has its own
give
context.
him a break. He wasn't ready
Penn
for the podcast.
State is a difficult place to win. Penn State is not an. I don't believe it's going to be an easy place to win. You should have a 10 or 11 win coach there.
Joel, look at the graphic that Frias made.
I can't see it.
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah,
it's Ric Flair.
Is that me?
No.
Who is that? I can't see. Who is it?
Oh my god,
Joel! I thought you got your glasses to help with this.
I don't have any. Of course not. I still haven't had time to go get.
You don't have any glasses. You're wearing them.
Yeah.
No, I have. I don't have time. But these glasses are not. I need to update my.
You can't see with those glasses.
Dabo coaching at Texas Christian would be great.
No, it would not.
Perfect.
I'd be like, man. I would not. Yeah. I would not. I would want somebody else.
His quotes would go so hard.
Yeah, it would be perfect. I also think if he gets fired by Clemson, he's definitely going to Liberty. Like Liberty would crush
That's a good
Dabo.
fit.
You know,
that
would be.
I mean, again, I'm just like,
they'd be in the playoff.
You have all the advantages of Clemson, and you're not winning. You're not doing. It doesn't look like what it used to a decade ago, and that's what Clemson fans they can say. Well, yeah, man, he was a great coach. And he won championships, and when he had Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence and those guys,
Well, that's the thing. He's missed on the quarterback. Boyd. I mean,
ACC's tough.
And you said that Cade Klubnik was supposed to be, that guy. That's right.
Best conference in football.
ACC got to play.
I mean, just think about this: the greatest coach in NFL football history. Even though Joel said Nick Saban was better, he comes down to the ACC and he can't even win 5 games. Think about that.
Hey, y'all, we just broke 700 watching. You guys. Hey, and for y'all, it'll be like 700 is not big. It's big for us because all it means is we going up. Joel is talking about the trajectory.
There's competition tonight too.
That's
Todd's
right. We had how many people over on Tides? Let me go look up Tides.
Joel,
hold on.
Joel,
Joe, you know what I was thinking? We're headed to the off season, and if we don't get canceled, since you keep telling everyone we're going to be canceled for some reason, I think you should do a big board like in the off season weeks. Really? Like every week we check in with you, see who's on your big board, how it's going.
I'm kicking our fucking ass, by the way.
Yeah,
man. 1,300 people. Maybe I shouldn't have looked. I didn't want to know. Oh, damn. We appreciate y'all in the chat though, and everybody looking right now. But it's
the first 5 minutes of his stream, we had him though. No one knew he was live yet, but that's fine.
No, that's good. We were winning.
I didn't need to know that.
It's like scoring on the opening drive. It was like Ted Ginn returning the kickoff of the national championship game. It was
like Gio Lopez going right down the field.
Hey, shots fired. Gio's going to Wake Forest. He'll be fine. ACC's looking good. All right, any parting shots that we have here on the way out? Van, any last thoughts? We'll let Todd McShay take over for the rest of the evening. Anything we didn't hit, Van, that you want to hit? We'll obviously be back next week to preview the national championship game on Wednesday.
Coral, you're all horny ass. It took me a minute to pick up what you were putting down on the Coral shit, man. I didn't know that you were that hot for her, bro.
I heard some stuff, Joe.
Oh,
I heard some stuff about your stories, man. There's some people they're besmirching. They're saying that maybe some of these stories is a little cap, bro. I'm working some angles, Joe.
Look, I don't know who your source is. How would I make that up?
It's a good lie.
The Coral thing.
I'm not saying that you made it up, but
I can show you the
people that have maybe reached out and said maybe some of these stories are not what you made them seem to be. They reaching out.
What stories in particular?
Oh yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, who are you, Stephen A. Smith?
Would you say
Stephen
raise
A.
the roof? Because I think
Stephen A. Lathan, you're doing like you like I'm Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't make
me. You don't want me to say that.
You don't want me to.
You want me to go there.
You have like 8 hometowns though. For real.
I do. I've lived a lot of places, man.
Right. He's been everywhere, man.
Okay. This is what I wanted to end with. I figured out why the SEC is officially no longer the premier conference in college football. All right, so a lot of people think that it's Nick Saban leaving, and Nick Saban leaving meaning that Alabama is no longer the standard bearer, that Alabama was buoying the conference, and that's not untrue, right? But I will say that during the time that Saban was at Alabama, Florida won national championships, Auburn won national championships, LSU won national championships, Georgia won national championships. So there was, at least at the top of the conference, a lot of strength there. And those teams won in dominant fashion, right? But there is something that Nick Saban did mean to the Joel Anderson shared a file in a meeting. What you trying to prove shit? Huh? Let me see. What is this?
Yeah, I'm showing you that. No!
I didn't even say.
I live my reps. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even say what
are you talking about?
Joel said no caps in my raps.
Yeah, no caps in my raps.
I mean, I feel like we should email Coral to join us next week. We have her email address right there now.
This is all between us. Internal. That show up on
Joel. We're live on YouTube.
Yeah,
nobody can see that on YouTube.
You're screen sharing.
I'm not screen sharing.
You are, Joel. You put her email address out there, bro. I'm like, see the.
That's not in the real chat. Stop it.
It is in the real chat.
It's in our chat.
Frias, can I post?
No, you can't post that on YouTube, Frias.
Post it on YouTube, Frias.
No, you can't.
Email out there. Joel got so touched that he wants to put her email out there. But there is.
I didn't have time to black it out.
There is something that Nick Saban did for the league that nobody, I think not a lot of people are talking about. Nick Saban being at the top of the league, he set the trends for the SEC. Like you had to catch Alabama. And being that you had to catch Alabama, the arms race that existed in the SEC means that you had to play the same type of football that they were playing. When Alabama was meat grinding people, when they were doing all of that, you had to be able to play with them and against them. Then Alabama changes the way that they play. They open up the offense. Bill O'Brien is there. Steve Sarkisian is there. Lane Kiffin is there. And the SEC has to do that for a little while to a degree as well. Open up the offenses and play like that. Then he left. Those coaches with those philosophies stayed. And the Nick Saban philosophy was exported to other conferences. So while the SEC is still playing Steve Sarkisian type of football, Lane Kiffin type of football, they're still playing a type of football that was popping and hot when Nick Saban made the decision that he was going to change the dynamic of his team, therefore change the dynamic of the league. Everybody else is kind of still stuck in playing a soft version of football. This is actually not the SEC. I went and crunched numbers about the rushing totals from the SEC this year as opposed to the Big Ten, as opposed to some of the other conferences. The SEC is not running the ball. They're not controlling clock. They're not doing any of that stuff. But the teams that are doing that are dominating college football. The SEC is behind college football now in philosophy, in the way that they go about the game. They're not playing the game in the way that the game is actually being won anymore. That is the biggest change other than anything. The players and the personnel, everybody keeps talking about that. But if you look at Indiana, that doesn't even make any sense. If you look at Indiana, you can look at them and say that it's obviously not the personnel that is the end all be all of why teams are winning in college football. It's the way that they're approaching the game. And the SEC is actually behind that. They're playing a soft, flashy brand of college football that was more in vogue 4 or 5 years ago than it is right now. And if they don't change that, then they'll continue to lose for a little while longer, and they probably will.
I like that. Parting shot, a little take on the SEC. Joel, parting shots, any last thoughts from you?
Yeah, no, I think one thing.
Yeah, no.
See, man, let me get my shit off. Say, come on, dog.
I'm sorry.
Come on, man. See, that's why. Anyway, so I hope the NCAA reconsiders on the Trinidad Chambliss waiver, that that they approve him and they allow him to play back at Ole Miss next year, because that kid is really, really good, and I'd love to see him with another year of growth behind him, and just
and playing Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, man. Like college football, he was one of the best stories in college football this year. This kid that was playing a Division II football, went somewhere to be a backup. And then not only did he start, like he wasn't just a guy, like he was one of the best quarterbacks in the country this year. And I hope we get to see more of that. But the other thing is too, man, the money, people paid for this stuff. The teams, what did you share, Van? What is that? What did you share in the chat? Do I gotta look?
Just click it.
It's just a parting shot.
All right.
Parting shots, I guess. Pictures, photos.
For what y'all talking about? That's
that's not what it's like now, though. That's not what it's like.
Okay,
now.
Well, yeah, that's that shit right there. Fuck
different.
that.
Yeah, different. Yeah. I mean, that was back then. Yeah. Oh man. Okay,
Trinidad Chambliss, you want him back.
We want Trinidad Chambliss. We want him back, and also, yeah, man, the money. These teams, man, if you want to get to this point, your team has got to get their money up, and I think that's the thing about the SEC, man. When the market was restricted, when you couldn't pay the guys, you could stack talent, you could stack defensive linemen. The reason teams are playing softer is because there's fewer secrets. So. Whereas Georgia could go too deep and Alabama could go too deep on these great defensive linemen and Storm, and they would be willing to wait because, I mean, where are they going to go? You can get to the league and you probably can get a nice Dodge Charger.
From leaving, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they had all these things there. So, things have changed. And the teams like Indiana and Oregon and Miami, who have done great, and Ole Miss, great evaluation and development, like that's what it's going to be. But like you can see, the money is the thing that gives you the strength to do that. In Indiana, I saw that, I wrote about this for the site, by the way. It was on the website, about the college football's new world order.
Piece.
Check it out. Thank you. Yeah. And
I liked
Indiana, Yeah, you did. You did share it too, I think.
Yeah, I'm always trying to support. You know,
I appreciate you, bro. Thanks.
I don't get invited to the Golden Globe parties.
Man. Hey, man, if I was in town, I would have been like, Tate.
Hey, Joel,
you would have known. You wouldn't have found out on air.
Joel, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
And I watch Abbott Elementary. I've been like, Quinta, I got some.
Has TCU ever been put on probation for having people get jobs and then get paid for their jobs without actually going to the job? Has that ever happened?
Like a no-show jobs?
Yeah, have they ever had no-show jobs at TCU?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, they were on probation in the 80s.
They were on probation 4 years ago, nigga, for no-show jobs. All of this stuff now that you can pay people out in the open. They was doing, it was 4 or 5 years ago, they was doing no-show jobs at tennis. They had something called the power plant or something where kids were supposed to go work. They was working at the power plant.
Are you sure?
Every school's doing this. They all got their different
every
ways.
school. This notion that everybody. This notion that everybody.
2019? Oh, yeah.
2019. This notion that nobody was getting paid in
Carolina
the
had
SEC.
paper
but
what
some
the
hell
people
you guys
doing
fucking talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
but everybody was willing to go. Oh, man.
I can go down the list of programs.
Oh, man. I heard your feelings, man. My bad. I heard SEC's feelings, man. Your whole shit got out there.
What was
your dick hanging out.
Your
dick hanging out. Put it in. Stick that in your pants so y'all embarrassing yourself.
I want a power plant shirt.
What was going on? What was going on with the power plant? Why y'all was giving no-show jobs?
I mean,
to get beat 63-7 at the power plant.
Yeah, but y'all ain't been to a championship. Y'all ain't been to the championship since we have.
I tell you what, though,
y'all on a new coach.
When we was cheating, we got a championship for it.
Okay, I'm glad you admitted it. I'm glad you admitted it. Me and Dorothy probably got did they have charges in? What was it? A Jeep Cherokee?
They was probably cheating. Everybody was getting paid.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And everybody wouldn't get cheating the same.
The power plant, bro. Okay. The power plant.
That's fine, man. Well, whatever. The whole point is that
whatever.
The point is that Tate, you would never find out that there was a dope party at Spotify if I was in LA, man. I promise you. I would be there. You know, because y'all jokesters couldn't get credentialed to the CFP, so I got to
crazy because I go to the Final Four every year. I got great seats. You know,
Billy,
what I mean?
you
get treated with respect. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, man.
But I think they know I'm a basketball guy. You know what I mean? I think the football guys don't like it.
Billy said we got Coral coming on the show.
No, why don't we get on the show who was promised? Why don't we get on the show who was promised a couple weeks ago? I mean, there you are.
They told me it wasn't allowed.
Oh, they didn't say that. Billy, come on. I
swear to God.
Billy, they said it for real.
They told me. First of all, I'm not even gonna put it out there like that. Like she was begging to come on the show. That's not even the thing at all. But they told me that they was hesitating with the shit.
Damn,
so, that's what it is, man.
Billy, see, he don't come when Billy, man. I asked him.
Joe calls him.
He said, Joe, what you gotta do? Joe, what you gotta do to make him? What you gotta do, Joe? What you gotta do? He don't like when you do it. You can't make it. What you gotta do, Joe?
All right, man.
What you gotta do? What you gotta do?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Joe, sometimes you gotta work a little harder, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you got your water, Joel. I'm glad we had a great time here. If you're tuning in to Ring Your Tailgate, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Todd McShay is live right now with Minch. Go hang out with those guys. Go listen to what they got going on. He had Dante Moore going number 1 over Fernando Mendoza. Maybe he shifted that after this game. We'll see what happens. Billy is not showing up because Joel asked him to show up, so I assume he's here. Perfect.
Well, you asked, so I'm here.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Billy. Did you have any parting shots, Billy?
I do it, man.
Any parting shots at Joel or any last thoughts for people?
This is a nice little Friday night, huh?
Yeah, it's fun.
It was a Bella Danger. It was a Bella Danger.
Everybody knows who you're talking about, Joel.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah.
All right, nobody said it. Nobody said it.
The chat is saying that we start off the show a little clunky, but once we hit our stride, we was doing our thing. So
that's what's up. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out.
Yeah. Was that the AI recap of it?
The air recap thinks that people were excited about the show because people kept saying "raise the roof."
Oh, nice.
So we confused AI. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to do these days. Appreciate everybody tuning in to Ringer Tailgate. A fun Friday night. We're back on Wednesday. We'll break down the championship game. And as Joel alluded to, we'll be all together in Los Angeles to watch the championship game. We'll go live as it's happening in real time. Joel's still upset about it, but we're going to have a fun time. And it's going to be a good week leading into the national championship game. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will see you guys on Wednesday.
Must be 21 or older and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rghelp.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 27 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.